Hey y'all.
Happy Tuesday.
And we are listening to Segway by Chaz Up featuring Marcus Gully. We do not own the rights to this music. But I like them and I know them.
You know them?
How well do you really know people that you interview? I mean, they real cool. I really like Dawes Lotto, that's my brother and Patty. He's like actually my friend on social media.
Okay.
I care what he thinks and what he says on social media.
Drinking champagne when we're thirsty. Runner-ups, this is first place. Running up the score in the worst way. Cutting up the raw of these first taste. Celebrate the high life like a birthday.
See, they can actually rap and everything.
Let me listen.
Y'all stay tuned. If you are tuning in right now, we are going to be premiering a song by one of my faves, the artist Makiba.
Or at least showing up. Dead ends like a cul-de-sac. Lotto and cognac, getting all the love on the coke is rap, and that's Chaz Up.
Okay.
High school is like it's test day. Walk around in my best J's. In my best, yeah, I'm better than all the rest. I suggest you just sit back and watch us crest. I detest the hate, what you expect. Yeah, I'm taking practice swings because we object.
I like this song.
Really chose to pursue it. Success is language and I will speak it so fluent. Won't never fall, my nigga. We need
Look, I'm like, let me turn it up so I can hear it.
I'm talking all my niggas. No more snoozing, they sell illusions like prostitution. And nowadays, this music is more like noise pollution. So who you fooling yourself is the one that you confusing. Business is booming, and yet these facts, so no assuming. Dark liquor on ice, success is my vice. I stole the show like it was part of the heist.
Hey.
Dark liquor on ice, success is my vice. We stole the show like it was part of the heist. Chaz Up.
Y'all, I am just trying to share this up. If you are tuning in, please make sure you are sharing this live.
It's never over when I come for us, we never sober.
Okay.
Forever soldiers, you never want to see no one that's colder. Could never hold us, I'm tree high, I'm shit, you still that older. Hit my old bitch, that's X-Files, Scully, and
It's a different song. This is Outer Space.
Okay.
Pirelli ties, never slow motion, that whiskey or cognac be my potion. These words are spoken and when I'm smoking, that shit so potent. Forever token, this game so real, so we never spoke it. Essential business, my nigga, I keep my
sure you're sharing the
You never know
live.
when I'm flashing, I'm not the type to show it. Lame, let's get a bag and just as quick you can watch them blow it.
I finally
like
found it,
like you pay the price. Now she ain't my wife, but she more than just a night. Smoking at the coupe at the corner, we made her right. No matter what you hear, know this Chaz Up shit for life.
Get that work off. First off, give a fuck about these jerk offs. Go so hard they verse off. We could all be worse off. Get a purse toss. Been winning since beginning, still they cursed off. So aim it on my business. When I'm finished, I'll be your boss. This that rigs and road talk. Lethal weapons at law. Been in this for a minute. Quit tripping, we dripping hot sauce. Designer flow, these knock off. So I think when we pop off this illusion, get contusions, picking up right where they dropped off. Thank you.
Who is this by?
That was Chaz Up.
Okay.
They are on YouTube. Make sure that you are, at them. They also have a really Dawes Lotto has a really dope podcast. Real Talking Jeans is really good. I enjoy that too. I do.
Okay.
Jeffrey Watson chimed in. Hey, twin. I'm assuming he's talking to you because
you birthday twin, sad game.
Oh, he's a sad.
His birthday on the same day as mine and of your daughters. Hey.
Yikes.
It's more people like us.
Too many of y'all. Too many. Not even for real, because you're not like all the Sages I know. I wouldn't say.
Yeah.
I
Definitely.
know. I mean, and I'm not gonna lie and say like I know 1,000 of them. I mean, it's funny now that I think about it. My favorite aunt, my auntie Yo-Yo, God rest her soul. She was like one of my favorite people
Oh, she's
in
a
the
sad.
whole world, and she's a Sag, or she was a Sag. My favorite, one of my favorite male cousins. I always call him Daddy Cord.
Oh, he a sad too.
He's a Sag too. The
Because
one
at this
that
point, you just
basically
love
turned
us.
me into another one of his kids when I moved back to Atlanta. When he moved there with his wife. Yeah. He was a whole love y'all. You girls are beautiful. Oh, I love you too.
Thank you.
Now, if you could
Look,
just share
look,
this
come up here,
post,
smile.
that would be lit.
Us
Thank y'all for
women
tuning
love when
in.
someone can compliment us.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I totally appreciate it all. So I guess we can go ahead and start with our dun, 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 dun. Well, I thought we was gonna start with our sponsors. We are here. They are. Special shout out to our sponsors: Passionate Treats, Timeless Beauty Hair, and TLC by Tia Chanel. We is out here.
Yes. Now let me tell you guys, passionate treats. The other day I needed to unwind. I posted on my page and on my Instagram page this delectable caramel drizzled brownie that I had no business eating, but however, I decided to be a daredevil and it definitely smoothed my bullshit over. I
Move
sat
your
there,
bullshit.
I ate it. I didn't give a fuck about what was going on after that. The edible it didn't hit me harshly. I wasn't sick because I'm really not an edible taker, but it just calmed my nerves and gave me a sense of fuck it. I will be getting more of that. And then of course right now I have my lashes from TLC, Tia Chanel. And of course I have my timeless bundles in that's driving me crazy.
Period.
But
And I'm finna start wearing hair in the fall because I'm gonna be bald all summer. So, so I'm definitely gonna be wearing my timeless hair. But Marquisa is the only person not really letting my head out like that. I have to coach everybody else for the most part. I have 2 other people that I let braid my hair. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. Washing, cutting, or anything with any kind of chemical is Marquisa. That's it.
Yes. And for the braids, we make sure we get to Cena. And then I know the
We
other girl
definitely get to Cena Daniel. That's my dog. That's my dog. She tagged in this live as well. She's like one of my number one supporters. She shared everything I post about anything to do. And you know, you need friends like that. Like she definitely got my back. It's lit. But it is time. We are going to go ahead. Let me cue it up. We are about to go ahead and debut the artist Makiba's new single, For Me. I'm looking forward to it because I really like her music.
Okay. My first time listening to it, so I'm listening to it with you guys.
Now, listen, if you are friends with her name is Torian Love on Facebook. At her, tag her all up and through the comments. Let her know we are playing her song right now. And it's happening, I think. There it is. There it is.
Yo.
Yo, waking up to the best days of my life. I feel like I'm blazing up. Been sitting in the light with no shade. Yo, I've been vibing all day. This is a light that won't fade. Divine in my ways. And yep, my head's highly
I know y'all got some in your cup. It's Tuesday.
I put my soul on the stage and I took my home into a space. just to have it hold your love. Like speaking of purple rain, yo, this is a game change. Tired of hearing the same thing. Everybody chase the fame, but not willing to change lanes. I've been working every day, just not doing the same thing. I contemplate my day to day, the manifest in every way. I'm famous, in my mind can't change it. Say I'm blind, I'm aiming, search but can't find the replacement. I'm aligned with greatness. Check the time and date. This music is mine, but the take and my rhymes are sacred. Yo, what is love if you can't give it up? Feel like I can't give enough. We've been working 9 to 5 just to shake this feeling stuck. I'm lifting my ceilings up, vibrations I'm sending 1 for 1 until it's clear enough. Cheers to us. Wait, famous. This is for you.
Her music always sound like a summer Saturday morning on Lakeshore Drive with no traffic.
I don't remember those days yet. I gotta make sure I say that song.
Don't know ways about it, do what you do.
Girl, it just, it always kind of makes you want to feel like it's warm outside. Like even if you hear it in the summer.
It's warm outside today.
Yeah, it's hot as hell. She be doing her thing.
This is for you. The crazy thing about it is, fame is like a state of mind. Because realistically, you can be anything you want to be.
Okay.
And you're like, about
well,
somebody else.
I'm gonna say this. I enjoyed it. If you are interested in getting any of her music, you can definitely go to her YouTube page. I am subscribed to it. It is The Artist with 2 eyes, Makiba with 2 eyes. She lit. You know what? Honestly, she was really one of my favorite interviews on Vibes.
Okay, I watched.
I love the way that, you know, she could voice her opinion even if it didn't necessarily agree with mine, but with love. You know, everybody can't necessarily do that. You know what I'm saying? And then she was also able to educate me a little bit on crystals before I actually started wearing them. She gave me my very first clear quartz. Yes. And that was, I appreciate that. She always got like super good energy. She always real fun to be around. Little old thing too. She ain't no bigger than my pinky, but she's so sweet. Like just
I love
a good
people.
person. Yeah, just like you can feel that she's just genuinely a good person. So I love that. It's a lot going on, y'all. I want to get into a little bit of what's going on in the news. I'm not gonna do too much on it because it's a little sad. A lot of what's going on is real sad. Oh, you got your cup lit?
I can't open it. My hands are wet. Well, the cup is wet.
You better be talking to your assistant. My assistant hopefully is watching Coming to America and is not coming out, but we shall see. I'm sure it'll happen soon. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into the news. You know, the trial is going on for George Floyd and Derek Chauvin. I don't know if you had a chance to see any of the snippets, but all the witnesses are crying.
You know what? I did see the witness of the black man. He just put his head straight down and was crying.
The older man or the young man?
The older man. I seen that a couple days ago.
Yeah. So the older man was crying. The older black man was crying, basically because he felt like it was nothing that he could do. The younger black man that got upset, he was mostly upset because they kept trying to get him to change his words. But you could tell he was no stranger to court because he was like, if you heard me say that, that's what I said.
That's what was said, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so what's going on? They're all trying to get them to change
so the latest thing that happened was a Minneapolis top cop, which is I guess the commissioner. He already said that whatever, you look cute. I like that shirt.
Thank you. Look, I'm over here live. Okay, I heard. Thank you.
the Minneapolis top cop, which I think is the police commissioner, he basically said that Derek Chauvin definitely killed him. It was an abuse of force. He should not have done that. A 911 operator got on there. She was like, a man was calling the police. I believe the older man was the man that called the police. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. Because I don't watch that kind of stuff. I just catch snippets so I can give y'all the information that matters. I feel too much for that. I can't keep watching that man die over and over again. And I can't keep watching these people put him on trial as if he was still alive, trying to just talk about the fact that he's a drug addict. And let's be real, if he was a white man that was suffering from a drug addiction, which is opioids, which is primarily in the Caucasian community, they would have understood and been a lot more softer with him. So I'm not here for nobody's thoughts as to what or why about that. However, a 911 operator, she got on there and she was just talking about how sad she was and how she tapped into the camera across the street from the store where he was being murdered. And she saw what was happening and she felt helpless, like she couldn't do anything. And all she could do was cry. I hope that they put him under the jail, railroad his ass. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then tell everybody in prison that he's a police officer.
Oh, yeah, he ain't gonna make it that way.
Yeah. And then let him suffer the way that George Floyd suffered, but only to the point where he think he might pass, and then let him live. You need to live with that. You need to continuous. Every day somebody should sit on your neck. Every single day.
Cut off hair and supply since he didn't think he needed it. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm a strong believer in an eye for an eye. I'm sorry. And I know that that's not necessarily always okay. He ain't done with me yet. It's still a lot of work to do. I got a ways to go. I'm not, I'm not going to fake it. What's up, Nico? What's up, bro? I see you. Thank you for tuning in. But in other news, while we going ahead and dropping all the bombs, we're gonna drop them and keep it swift and move on. I got one thing funny to end it off with, y'all. I promise. DMX suffered a drug overdose, had a heart attack, is still currently on life support.
He's strong.
His lawyer,
I said he's strong. He's grown.
He's strong because they had him. He was on a breathing machine, and he started breathing for himself. Oh, okay, lit. Live your life.
You bought it for me. Don't do me like that.
I did, and now I can't find mine.
I thought I just lost mine. That's why I had to hit it hard.
So I want to keep him lifted up in prayer. He's been through a lot of things. One thing that I wanted to get out there, because I did kind of see a couple people kind of, talking about the fact that, we know he a drug addict, so I don't know why y'all surprised and all that kind of stuff. Listen, that man was passed a blunt laced with crack at 14 years old. He wasn't even a smoker. He was hanging out with a guy that he looked up to and wanted to be just like. And if you listen to the clip of him telling the story, if your heart don't break, you don't have a heart. Because that grown man started crying, talking about, I looked up to him. I wanted to be just like him. How could he?
Yeah. I think I seen that clip.
You peer pressure a child into robbing somebody. Celebrate the robbery.
Then get him
passing him a crack-laced blunt. And he gonna listen to you. He gonna follow through with what you think. You're trash. You're trash. Everybody's not meant to be a mentor or a role model. That's fine. That's cool. I completely can understand that. What I cannot understand, Uncle L, I'm so glad you tuned in. My favorite rapper next to Pop. Yes. Yes. Everybody loved Dark Man X. You know what I'm saying? He like the uncle that you know is addicted to crack, but you still gonna get him the $2 when he come around because you know he gonna give you some knowledge. You know what I'm saying? You know that it's gonna be worth that $2. You know,
Yeah.
it's so unfortunate. They did a visual right outside of a suburban hospital, a New York suburban hospital. So I guess like one of the little surrounding areas, you know, to kind of show love and stuff like that. And it was a lot of people that turned up. Funk Flex actually did a video, and I never agree with Funk Flex. Go ahead and
He's
put
so
that out
loud for
there
no
like it
reason.
is. He's so loud and he's so ghetto and disrespectful to me. But he came out with a video that made a lot of sense. He was just like, you know, all y'all love him now. All y'all celebrities got a whole bunch of pictures with him. You know what I'm saying? To talk about how you miss him and how he did this or that for you. But where were you when he was struggling and he was reaching out to people?
Okay. That makes sense.
Where were you? What were you doing? I think that holds true in everybody's life because if you think about it, all of us have that one person or those people that may have just disappeared off our radar, just
Yeah.
not even thinking, you know what I'm saying? And then something happens to them and it's like, man, you know, I just talked to such and such and I can't believe, but you didn't just talk to them. That was a year ago.
That was a year ago. Hold on one second. That was a year ago.
That was a year ago. Like you have to keep in mind not necessarily it's not necessarily your responsibility to keep in touch. It's not your responsibility to keep, you know, pushing people to do right and you know that they just don't want to. It's not your responsibility to do that. However, you can definitely reach out. You
Give
know
DMX
somebody
his
regular.
roses. Gotta give DMX his roses while he hit in.
Definitely do. We're definitely praying that he is able, you know, to go ahead and make it out of there. In random, I didn't ask for this, but I know this news. Meg the Stallion wrote some kind of little tweet that she want to take is it Carisha? Is Carisha Young Miami?
Yes, that's her
That
name. Young.
Carisha. All right. She said she want to take Carisha out on a date. Now, mind you, she dating Partisan Fontaine. And they look real buddy, happy, kissy.
Do y'all hear my baby in the background? Yeah.
Of course.
Because she is talking.
Clark just literally asked me if she could get under my covers.
Okay. I'm sorry, because I'm like, I don't know what you guys hear on your end, but I hear the baby babble in the background.
Hey, look, we mamas. And they know it.
Go ahead, let me mute this right quick and get the other kids to regulate the baby babble. Go ahead.
I got you. Yeah, so she's talking about she been wanting to, you know, date Carisha. I'm not sure exactly how that works, but I'm not sure how a lot of things work. I'm not sure how Derek Jackson and his wife, she pisses me off every time she get on the internet, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put it out there that way. Every time it's something about her on the internet, it just makes me mad. It irritates me, and it's
she is
just
so
because
pretty.
you are beautiful
She's
and
so
you
pretty to
choose
me.
to look like a handmaid. Why? 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 And you better not tell me it's because you in the church, because those are the best dressed people. Period. I don't want to hear none of that. You have your titties out. Cause on Easter, that dress was definitely here with it. It was
She's
just
just
wrong as
different.
hell.
She's different. They're different. Their whole marriage is different. I don't have 2 cents to add to that different ass relationship
Girl,
that
at this
Derek
point, I
Jackson
think
have
both
with
of
that
them was
girl.
doing the mistress. Both of them. They like girls together. And
They
that's
doing
okay.
Bitch, they doing it Stevie and a Mimi. The sad bitch Jocelyn, whoever that sad bitch is on their end, just didn't know how to keep quiet long enough.
And
made
that's what her
everybody look
problem was,
crazy.
and that's how she lost that bag. And that's exactly how she lost that bag, because she don't know how to keep her mouth closed. And speaking of freaky celebrities, because you know T.I. and Tiny, they up to 40 women saying that they were sexually assaulted by them. And now here's the thing behind that. Everybody in the industry is like, everybody know that they freaks, and everybody know that if you go in the room with them, you finna pop a pill. Because they put it up front. We want to have sex, but we want to have sex high. So you gonna pop this pill or not?
5 feet.
That's what everybody in the industry is saying. Everybody
I
in the
would have
industry
never
also
guessed
said
that
that
T.I.
R.
was like that.
Huh?
I would have never guessed T.I. was like that.
How?
Him and his smart words and stuff like that. I didn't.
He went to jail for trafficking pills and drugs.
Now,
he was high as hell when they arrested him.
Now, I don't know nothing about this hip-hop world. I'm learning everything now.
Why you think he went to jail 2 times? And he did the bid for his wife.
Hey, is it sad I didn't know T.I. went to jail?
Where was you at, boo?
Probably listening to Spice and Sean Paul and everybody else. I wasn't listening to that shit. Sorry. I'm just not getting into
I'm throwing the towel at you. I'm throwing the towel at you.
I don't know nothing about no damn T.I. I don't know shit about Tiny.
I just know she looked like an ant.
So to hear that they drugging people, I am appalled.
Listen,
I would have never thought. I wouldn't have never thought.
I would have never thought that they would be getting, all of this traction behind this story, because I really felt like old girl that started it all was full of shit. Honestly, she was just really, doing too much. But they released a statement verbatim. Here's what they said, or here's what their attorney said. The Harrises are still waiting for the accusers to reveal themselves publicly by continuing to hide behind anonymous allegations. The unnamed accusers effectively render themselves not credible and unworthy of belief. Whoa. Wow. Wow. We say, let the light shine on their identities so we can go about disproving these scurrilous, I've never heard that word before, but scurrilous accusations. So here's the thing. The attorney that is representing the accusers, his name is Tyrone. With an E.
What does that mean?
I don't trust him. I think that he's full of shit too. I think that it's just like the accident lawyers. And not saying that I don't believe, I'm not victim blaming, because things happen. Don't.
Okay.
They need to be on drugs to mess with her. She ugly. That is not nice. That is not nice. But I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah, because I didn't understand that either. But yeah. I'm not discrediting the victims or anything like that, because if you say it happened to you, then maybe in your mind it did. Things happen. My thing is, did they drug you or did you take the pill? That's all I'm asking. I'm not being funny. Did you choose to take the pill? Because you chose to take the pill, and then you got lit, and now you don't remember saying yes or you don't remember saying no.
People, I don't discredit victims or anything, but with with waiting for so long, they wait so long to say stuff, and then a lot of things don't add up, and then they wait to see someone else get on with their story. And it's hard to say though who's telling the truth, but when it comes to the rich people, I feel like it'd be a lot of personal gain in a lot of stuff. At the end of the day, if you're meeting T.I. and Tiny, they're married. They have each other. And if you're meeting them at certain time, certain hours, or at their home, anything else like that, are you a artist too, or do you have a service to give them? So, with that being said, most of the time, a lot of people know what they sign up for. They just find ways to get paid for what they signed up for. And it's some, and then there are victims. But only on my end of thinking, if you take so long to say something, it doesn't mean what you're saying isn't accurate, but it lost a little. It lost a little because why didn't you go and speak on it when it happened when it was fresh? So sometimes I think they just be wanting to get paid.
They definitely do want to get paid, and then a lot of what they're coming out with is past the statute of limitations as well. So that's a whole nother thing that you have to think about. I don't know. I feel like it's just unfortunate. I'll just put it that way. The whole thing is totally unfortunate. Oh look. And yes, Whitney, I did say like accident lawyers because they chase ambulances. And that's what Tyrone remind me of. I don't trust him. And then he don't look trustworthy.
And then
I don't like that. And then while we talk about trustworthy, Lisa Ray be pissing me off sometimes because she on this show, the Fox Soul show, with Claudia, whatever her last name is. Y'all know who Claudia is. Don't try to act like you don't.
look as our twin eyes.
Yeah, Claudia is the one. She was on the Housewives of Atlanta for like 2 seconds. Okay. She dated a few people, and she been through some things, I guess. But yeah, she on that show with them and Selena Johnson. Selena Johnson. I'm your woman.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
they have a
with
podcast. What kind of show they have?
Yeah. So it's kind of like our show. It looked like ours. No shade. Oh. It looked just like ours. But I think they had a studio at some point, and then Corona hit, and they started using StreamYard just like everybody else. Anywho, yes, Claudia Jordan. She every time she on the show, she just say something just outlandish, and so apparently there's a white man on the podcast. I don't know why I think my laptop is touchscreen. I don't know why I just reached over and did that like that. But there was a white man that is on some kind 97. Oh no, actually, it's 97 Rock Buffalo. That's the name of the station that the man is on, I guess.
Something we would never know.
Something we would never know. But he basically compared black women to toast, talking about how he wouldn't date dark toast. Yeah. The darker the toast is, the more he don't want it and all that kind of shit. So here's the thing. There's one. Okay, so she's saying that he doesn't deserve to be fired because it's a preference.
It is preference.
It's colorism, babe. Because he named names. He said Halle Berry and Serena Williams. He literally named names. And here's another thing. You're not going to get your ass on this Me Too ass internet and then decide that you're going to sexualize black women and then compare them to food. First of all, let me start there.
I'm wondering, pause, because I know how you are for the people. We are the people. Do you not have a preference of uncooked? You don't like uncooked meat?
And by uncooked meat, I mean I don't want to date outside my race.
So
90% of the time, 98% of the time.
So I don't see what's the problem. It's a preference.
There's a way to have a preference, and then there's a way to be a fucking colorist.
So
to say,
because he because he said that he don't like his toast. How he don't like his toast dark? He rather be lighter. So that's colorism. But when we speak of the other races, ourselves as black people, we say we don't want uncooked meat. We don't. We like our meat a little barbecued, or we might say we like things that don't smell wet. We say the same thing.
I say that talking to my friends where I'm not being recorded and I'm not being a public figure in that moment.
But
You will
okay, so
never
because he
catch.
decided to be himself,
No, it's not about being
because
yourself. It's
he was
not.
being
Nope.
himself. I
Nope.
don't be trying to change
No.
certain things because I know the way
No.
I talk about a whole nother race myself.
It's not the
And he
same
wasn't
thing.
more professional and curved his words about how he feels.
No. This is
Okay.
the thing. There is a way to do everything.
By whose rules?
By everybody's rules. By society, by public. So me stepping into media, there are several things that you will never hear me say out loud. A, because I don't want to hurt nobody. I don't mean any harm to anybody. So me saying that I don't date outside my race, I'm not saying that because I want a Caucasian man to feel a way about that, or a Hispanic man, or whatever the case may be. To I don't want them to feel a type of way about that. That's not where I'm going with it. Right. All I'm saying is I prefer to date within my race. That's all I'm saying. I prefer to do it that way. So if he had said I prefer to date Caucasian women, because that's just what I prefer. Don't go into detail because you're gonna always dig yourself a hole you can't get out of. You're gonna say something offensive. That's all I'm saying. What he said was hella offensive. And it perpetuates an issue that we have within our own race anyway. Lisa Ray made it her business to say it and then turned herself, now she's a target for being called a colorist. When I don't necessarily even think she's a colorist. I don't think that she go around saying, you too dark for me. You too light for me. I don't think that she's that kind of a person. But it's the way that you use your words. Every time that I press live, I know that I'm on. And I know that my words can be they can be twisted up and turned into whatever. So I do my best to say it exactly how I mean it and explain it in detail. You good. Explain it in detail as to what I'm saying, as opposed to letting somebody think whatever it is they think. Prime example, when I was talking about them women and possibly this being all bullshit, I also said, I don't know. I wasn't there.
Right.
However, it just seems real convenient. You have to know how to use your words. He was wrong. He should be fired because nobody asked his ass if he wanted to date Halle Berry. And I can guarantee you his mullet having ass didn't have a chance with Halle Berry or Serena Williams. So let's go ahead and throw that out there. If we're going to do it, let's do it. That's all I'm saying.
I just, if that was who he was, I'd rather have seen it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you know what? I said before, I prefer my racists and my colorists like my clothes hanging up in the closet with the door closed in the dark. Quietly. Because I didn't ask you. Stay in your little box. Leave me alone.
Leave me alone. Okay. You won the argument. But I'd rather he still said what he said. Just get it out there. Mm-hmm. But I get everything about being professional and tact.
Yes, you have to have tact. You have to. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into our topic of the night, which is basically growth and foolishness. Growth and foolishness. Okay. So I don't know what everybody else was doing during quarantine or over the past few years. But I have been striving to be literally the best version of myself possible. I fall short. I make mistakes. I slip into my old ways of thinking. However, every day I try my best to be a better person. I'm noticing, or I have noticed during this time that a lot of the people that I, in my mind, envisioned would be like right on this ride with me, going exactly in the same direction, maybe for a different cause, maybe, on a different purpose, whatever the case may be. There are people that I just, really believe that will be going with me. And what I'm finding is that I have more people that are are or were my friends. They've never done anything to show me that they are not my friends. Um, but this journey ain't for them. I've noticed some people that seem a little different around me, especially with the weight loss. I toot my own horn regularly. Everybody know I'm slightly
Burn,
conceited.
burn, burn, burn.
Everybody know I'm slightly conceited. I've been vain. I was vain when I was fat as hell, and I'm talking about Big Bertha big. And whether I was lying to y'all or myself, it didn't matter because I was fine as hell, and that was that. Okay. But I noticed that once I started losing weight and I started talking about it, because my life completely changed during quarantine. Like, you were there, so you know. Like,
Look, just 6, 7, 8 months pregnant, but yeah, I was there. Watching it all. Gaining weight while you were losing weight. I seen it. I was there.
so much stuff was happening though.
Yeah, so much
It was
stuff.
it was so much stuff happening. My fear of going outside because I didn't want to get corona and get my mama sick, which was my biggest worry. I just could not get my mama sick or my baby sick. You know, everybody knows that I'm really close with my mother, and I'm my baby only parent. I'm in there.
Right.
You know. So I it was a lot. A part of my journey getting closer to God came weight loss. I didn't even try it first. And then once I realized that, okay, I'm starting to lose weight, let me go ahead and do a few sit-ups here. Oh, okay, well, let me go ahead and, eat a little different. Oh, okay, well, then let me go ahead and do some more working out, some serious working out and everything, whatever. So some of my friends, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, some of my family members got a little weird. And I don't know how to necessarily deal with them, honestly. Outside of what you talking about, ain't nothing.
Right.
I That's all I got. I mean, I know that, everybody ain't supposed to go with you and all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, it's just kind of like, damn, like we was finna go somewhere, G. Like things were about to pop off for us. Why are you being weird?
Weird. You know what? The quarantine for me, of course, I was with you most of the time, but I was pregnant. So imagine this. Quarantine hit March, technically probably March the 20th, because I was, around March the 20th. And when they said they shut everything down and stuff like that, I had just found out I was pregnant and everything. And I'm like, well, shit, I'm pregnant. I could sit in the house and the world is going to sit in the house with me. A week into quarantine, I see parties at Airbnbs. I see everyone now like it's not in a pandemic. I see so much partying. The beginning of the fucking quarantine, because low key, what was it? It was All-Star Weekend kicked off at the beginning, and then it went into quarantine parties, Airbnbs. Now we hitting stains. Everybody getting money. Everybody partying. Pandemic is happening. People are dying. I'm in the house baking a baby, upset because I'm thinking I'm missing out on everything that's outside. Oh shit, you're pregnant. You can't go to the party. You can't drink. You can't smoke. You can't be human. You cannot act your age right now. So in that moment of me being pregnant and all my friends are outside, mostly all of them.
I was just gonna say, babe, because I was on the phone with you at the
Yeah,
house.
mostly everyone's outside. Everyone's outside. I'm like, I'm missing the world. The world is missing me. All this is in the house. I had to choose because my stomach, I wasn't sure. I had to choose whether to go outside because it's the beginning of my pregnancy, it's the egg, or stay in the house, stay safe, and use this time in the house to grow. They sitting us in the house, they paying for everything. Am I going to go outside and be a part of everybody else, or am I going to stay in the house and grow? And at that moment of me being pregnant, having to think of motherhood and stuff like that, I stayed in the house so miserable, saving money, or fixing up my house while everybody else was outside doing their thing. And I was like, you're after quarantine, you're gonna grow into something real beautiful because you took hold of responsibility and did not decide to indulge like everybody else. So that was my growth thing because I couldn't go outside. I couldn't be on the boat. People were renting boats. Everyone's renting boats. It's the person from the low end or towards 63rd that has a horse riding on the expressway. I wanted to go on that horse and ride it too. Old Town World. So what road? I wanted to get outside. I wanted to be a
You
part
wanted
of
to
it.
ride the horse, Marquisa, on the express. You wanted
Hey,
to do the expressway cowboy. You wanted to ride his horse.
I was gonna be on motherfucking TV. You goddamn right I wanted to ride that horse. But however, I'm in the house, being an adult, keeping my family safe, and choosing to save while wearing a mask and still working because now I have to bring my job into my home. And in that moment, I'm like, growth. I was so angry. I was angry the motherfucker in this house. I chose one day out of quarantine and decided I went to a bar. I went to a bar with her and my cousin and
Oh
wore
yeah, we went to reggae.
and wore uh and wore what is it? Overalls to cover my stomach.
I don't know where she put me at because her
My
stomach. I, let me tell y'all something. First of all, I seen Marquisa, if not every single day during quarantine, every other day in person. Okay, I wasn't letting nobody in my house. This fool came over here with Lysol and sprayed it in the air and said, "I'm good," and walked in.
I'm pregnant. I'm safe. I ain't
I'm
around
pregnant.
nobody.
I'm safe. Here's some hand sanitizer, and I brought you some more Lysol too. And walked dead in my house, and I seen the baby that day. Okay, I don't know where the hell she put me up. She left me at home
I
because
went
them
to a reggae
overalls.
party. I went to a reggae party, got a Shirley Temple. My cousin ordered me a Shirley Temple Virgin syrup drink and danced the night away. While paranoid that we were catching stuff in the midst of the party. Now,
Meanwhile, let's keep it 100. I'm the paranoid friend.
oh
There
yeah,
was nobody around us. We were social distanced as hell.
I just knew my pregnancy had no business being outside, so I was
You
paranoid of
definitely shouldn't have been
everything.
outside.
I was paranoid of everything, and I look back on growth. I was growing. I was not being like everybody else, and actually growing something in my stomach. Meanwhile, having to cut off friends that I thought that I will always be friends with. Because the thing about growth, you guys, I know we have went off for a while, memories. But the thing about growth is that when you grow, it pains you. No one thinks about it paining you. When you're growing as a kid, your bones hurt. Everything hurt. It's getting bigger. It's stretching. That's the same sense of growing as a person and not physically but mentally. I'm sitting here having to grow from people that rooted themselves in my life already. I had to move around different stubs and stuff and still grow because I noticed that this person right here, they're turning colors, they're turning blue, they're turning purple, they're turning black, they're dying
They're
off.
turning green.
They're dying off. With growth comes a time that certain things around you is not going to move up with you. So when you're looking down, you realize they ain't stretched with you. Now you got to cut them loose because now they kind of pulling your process back. And when I realized with a couple friends, they weren't growing with me. I
Mm.
had to keep going down to where they were at and say, "Hey, you okay? Well, I missed you. I'm gonna hang down here with you for a little while." I caught myself hanging lower than my vibration was. I caught myself going to meet this person this way because they take too long to come my way. I had to cut those dead ends up off me shortly after quarantine. Because the thing about it is though, when you get to growing, the things you're used to seeing, you want it to become amnesia. You don't want to have to keep visiting this certain place. You want
Like
to
PTSD.
you want to disconnect from this. So with
Right.
growing, if I'm steady seeing the same thing, I'm lying to myself. I ain't growing. I'm standing still. And I was noticing you standing still. You got a whole nother life form in your stomach, and you got to cut this off, this off, this off, so you can grow. This ain't working out the way you thought it's gonna work out. So is you gonna stay right there and change the way you thought it should work out, or you gonna find something else that works better for you? And I had cut everything out the way. Friends, family, counterparts that helped me make the baby. I had to move around to anything that could have possibly kept me still. 27 will take pressure for growth. This is good. Growth. Look, now we got the baby boomers too. Growth. We didn't had kids in this time. We didn't nurtured the kids that we already have in this time because we're in the house with these kids now.
Yeah. I spent a lot of time with Clark, and you know,
He got so much
I'm gonna tell you
smarter.
the truth. I don't know who's raising her. I don't know. She thinks she the princess of Zamunda. I don't know who taught her that.
I just want to dance for her show. That's it. We got to know our kids in that period of time. We were stuck in the house with them. They can't even go to school.
We were stuck in the house with them, and I honestly, I'm gonna tell you the truth. This is a little known secret. I loved quarantine. I loved being in the house. I loved not having to answer to nobody. I love not being in a rush. I love not worrying about time.
Yeah.
Because I am always running and rushing. Like, people don't know why I'm late all the time. I'm going to tell you why I'm late. Time gives me anxiety. Time gives me anxiety. And so I refuse to rush anymore. That's something that I learned through
It's gonna be there when we get there. It's gonna be there when we get there.
It'll be there when I get there, and that goes to everything. And I know that that's not necessarily the best thing in the world, but here it is. I'm gonna tell you a couple things about me that people I think people just don't know. You can't tell me what to do. You can give me some advice. You can tell me what you think will be a good idea. But you can't control me and you can't tell me what to do. I'm gonna do what I want to do. That's that on that.
Are we staying like that though, or are we gonna change that for growth?
This new. What you mean?
Oh.
All of this is new. There was a time in my life where if I thought that you knew more about a situation than I did, I would go against my own judgment to follow what you said do, because I think that you know more about this than I do. And in reality, first thing I want to say is I'm one of God's favorites. I'm always covered. I am. Even in moments when it doesn't feel like it to me. Even in moments where I feel like I'm struggling or I'm failing at this or this is not okay or I'm upset, I'm having a hard time. I'm just got negative energy. I don't know what's wrong with me. I know for a fact that I am one of God's favorites. So who am I to not manifest my own destiny? Yeah. That's crazy. Makes no sense. So these are things that I learned newly.
Okay, newly.
During quarantine. These are things that I'm just like, gee, you literally be having the answers. They be right there. And you won't tap in.
And you won't tap in. I deal with that a lot.
Yes, you do. Oh, Lord.
Don't start. Don't start.
No, but I'm saying, like, getting closer to God and, praying more, sticking to my guns a little more, deciding what works for me, and if it don't work for other people, 2 tears in a bucket. Mother made you, mother had you. You know the rest. It's just kind of like, I just want to be the best version of me. And if you're not vibrating on that level, if you can't, meet me where I'm at, then you just gonna be where you at. And that's it.
Yeah. That's it.
There is a person, and I will never, ever, ever be disrespectful enough to name names, because it doesn't matter, because I love you and there's nothing you can do about it. There are people that that feel that they have an upper hand over me, that think that they are maybe better because of their upbringing and their experiences in life. But if I even told you just surface area of my experiences in life, because see, people think they know me because I know them, and that's what it be. That's what I'm realizing. People feel like, oh, I know her because I know you, me, Tia Chanel, I know you, and that's not always the case. There are literally 3 women that are not my blood relative that know me. They know me from when I was young and judgmental and not necessarily the best of a friend. And they also know me from when I'm growing and trying to get better and I'm still a little judgmental and maybe still not the best of a friend. And they know me now. You know what I'm saying? They know who I am now as I've grown because I've been able to keep them in my inner circle. I've been able to keep them around me because they were meant for me. They were meant to be around me because they know how to love me and accept me for who I am, the same way that I have learned
I
over
must be
this
in that
time.
category.
Absolutely, you know that. But it's you, Tacina, and
And Mimi.
Mimi.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because y'all are the people that like really, really know the parts of me that I don't want the world to know.
See, because
Y'all
we
know that
decided.
y'all in the words of my friend Miss Michi, y'all know the chapters that I don't want read out loud.
Yeah, yeah.
Y'all know those chapters. You know what I'm saying?
Because
And
we
that I've
decided to grow
never
with
had to
you.
question, huh?
I said it's because we decided to grow with you.
I've never had to question or worry somebody's gonna find this out, and this is just the one thing that I don't want nobody to know, or this is just the one situation. Right. This is just, I'm so embarrassed. Whatever the case may be. Y'all are the only people that know those parts of me. So when other people just assume that they know me and they just assume that, oh, that this was because I thought about them and I purposely tried to hurt them. Here's a newsflash. I probably wasn't thinking about you. And I probably didn't know that it hurt you. And if you told me that it hurt you, I would probably apologize. But if you sneak this,
yeah,
you'll get nothing.
Yeah.
If it ain't directed, it ain't respected. Talking about me to somebody else, I don't even care if they tell me. I'm not even going to address it. I couldn't care less. Kill yourself. You just mad at you. You're mad that you can't do what I can do. Because that's really what it is. Or you're mad that you don't know how I do what I do because you only know the broke me.
The broke
or the broken me. The me that's not at peace but in pieces. That's the me that you know. So you would never know the me that I am now. Yeah. Because that's who you're holding on to.
Yeah, I have that happen to me more times than necessary. A person talking to me, but they talking to me and they're not talking to me and talking to my past self. I literally had a conversation, let's say, just a male that was in my life for a while. They knew the Medusa. You know what I'm saying? They knew the Marquisa that was evil and didn't care what anybody thought and just wanted it her way. So while we were talking, they addressed me as if I was still the same selfish person. And I told them, like, no, I understand what you're saying. No, you can't possibly understand what I'm saying because you're difficult. And I'm like, the old Marquisa probably would have been one-sided and very difficult. But the Marquisa he's talking to today, I understand what you're saying and I sympathize, acknowledging what's going on. They kept shutting me down like I never apologized or never even tried to understand their side of the story. And as I told them, I said, hey, I think you want to talk to the bitch that's no longer here. Let me let you go.
Right.
And hung up. And they called like, what? And I said, yep, you were trying to address the person that's no longer here to answer this call. I said, so if you want to hold a conversation with me right now, then that'd be beautiful. Because while I'm holding a conversation with you, I don't want to keep talking about the past shit that I kind of let go, you know. And
Right.
I find a lot of people do that to me. They speak to me like, well, you know, I ain't want to say this to you because you was gonna snap. And it'd be like, no, because if you would have said what was wrong, we could have just adjusted this. I wasn't gonna snap, but you're still addressing the old Marquisa that's no longer here. And when a person cannot reach the present you and have to keep touching the old you, it lets you know they're still at the same vibration you left them at. You still thinking about the old me because you ain't grew past anything in your bullshit and seeing that what new situations I have going on.
Right.
So I had to cut every person that did not address the present Marquisa. Because if you're still vibrating on a lower frequency than me, that means I'm still doing the same shit. And if I'm still doing the same shit, that means that I haven't grown. My bank account ain't grown. My, you know, the way I speak have not grown. So I'm like, yeah, it's time to just leave those older people that can't move forward, you know, alone. We really have to grow. If you got homies that's all doing the same thing and you want better for yourself, are you going to keep hanging with the homies because you're going to still be where you're at, or are you going to go lead and
Exactly.
grow past what they got going on? And look, you can go back and get them later because they're going to still be where you left them.
They're going to be exactly where you left them.
And that is the problem. We be feeling like, OMG, if I'm so used to this person being in my life, I got to keep them there. No, you don't, because they're not moving. So if you leave them right there, I guarantee you they'll be right there. And hopefully when you left, you decided to build a better foundation for you and your friend. And if that's the case, you can't leave them alone.
If you got to take them with you.
If
you
you
know what
gotta
I'm saying?
take them with you.
If that's like, you know, a major thing for you. My thing is I don't want to be an enabler. I do my best to put myself around people that are forward thinkers.
Yeah.
That
and I'm an enabler, unfortunately.
See, and I know that I can be too. So to keep myself from making that mistake, I do my best.
What?
Somebody in my DM. I be like it. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. You know, women be off subject, but on subject. Y'all be trying to act like y'all don't like it when men be sliding in your DM and saying little nice stuff. You can tell me I'm fine. I like that. Thank you. I know. But I appreciate it. Now I probably won't go no further than a response of a thank you, but thank you very much. I'm glad you.
I don't like it. Sorry. I don't like people in my DM. I don't care for compliments. My friends say, girl, you doing your shit. Thank you, girl. You know, I'm gay. Thank you, girl. But these guys giving me compliments and sliding my DM, I hate to see it. You wasting my time. And yours. Because after you tell me how good I look and stuff like that, oh, thank you.
You just get on my nerves so bad. You know that we're live. You might be ruining our summer. So shut up.
I'm sorry.
We might be bored.
Queen to death. I'm sorry. I hate Good Morning Queen. What's up, sexy? All that stuff they did it to me.
I hate
so
that. What's up,
off.
sexy? I'm cool with. Oh no, I got you. I don't like. What's up, juicy? Oh, you so thick. Oh, you got all that loving. Oh, you don't get too small. Don't lose too much.
Yeah,
that I hate.
I hate go to sleep, big head.
I don't like that neither. Look, I mean, unless it's from the right big head. But
don't tell me go to sleep. If you want to talk to me, talk to me. It's just be a lot of dumb shit that they be rolling through my motherfucking inbox. Sorry, cussing words, but I really
you sound like a mama right now, for real.
So what? I am a woman. Come to me right. Don't do that to me. Don't. Good morning, queen. Don't do nothing. You want to date me? Take me out on a date.
That's right, cuz it's nothing wrong with somebody sliding in the DM respectfully. And a part of respectfully sometimes is they only really know, okay, you know, good morning queen or something like that. I'm not
'Cause,
really
hey,
mad
if you
about the
only know
queen
good morning
thing.
queen, don't talk to me. Cause now we ain't vibrating at the same frequency now. Cause I know more than good morning king. So if you only know good morning queen, then we not gonna even get past it because that means you can't hold a conversation.
I will concur. If all you got for me is good morning queens and all of that kind of stuff, then yes, it's swag. No, I'm not interested. Going on.
Right. Where is the date? Where is
Excuse
the
me.
hey? What do you
Where is
like to do?
where is the date? Let's go somewhere. You know, I mean, the world is open. I understand that it's Corona. There are Corona safe dates, and now that it's starting to get nice outside, there are
But
places to
whoever,
go.
but whoever was just in her DM, I'm sorry that we were so rough.
It's okay.
I'm
I'm
saying,
responding. Look, I'm responding respectfully.
look, tell him thank you outside of the banter. But you guys gotta really do better. Like you guys gotta, y'all gotta do better. It's like you ain't gotta blow up Chanel bag on nobody first time you meet them. But how you getting to know a person? Not good morning, them queening them, or you just so sexy. You find a place where you guys can talk, and get to know each other. And
And
if you
let me
only
tell
trying
you
to,
this.
if you only trying to get in the draws, send the picture you need to send respectfully, and
Don't
see if she say
I
yay or nay.
see that's what she messed up. Don't
If
don't send me nothing that I didn't ask you for.
hey,
No,
but they,
thank you.
if they're trying to get in the draws, just be straightforward.
I
Be straightforward. They be wasting our time in our inboxes.
you know what? This is gonna get raunchy. Uncle L, get off. Let me tell you something. I don't have no spare coochie to give. So don't come to me respectfully. Man, if that's what you want, go find you, get your little prostitute somewhere. They all out here. All of them got cash app. It's only $40.
First of all, it's some women that just want to bone themselves.
It surely, hey, far be it from me.
It's
Far
not me
be
though.
it
I,
from me.
yeah, it's not neither one of us. I'm just talking. Some women like that. Me,
Yeah, far be it from me to tell you that you can't get it in the way that you get it in. That's your business. I don't have no spare coochie to give, is what I'm trying to tell you. I don't. This is relationship vag, okay? This is I love you vag. This is we go
stop
together,
calling
we
her
go
bad.
on dates, we like each other, we enjoy each other's company.
We're getting to know each other. It's not
we're
just going to be
getting
the one point.
we're getting to know each other so that we can be comfortable with each other. We are friends and also moving forward on other things. Vag, that's the kind of vag that I got left. I don't have no more. I'ma just give it to this one.
So
I got
whoever
no more.
DM'd her, make sure that you know what she likes.
I don't have no more. I'm
And
sorry,
don't
fresh
DM
out.
me no. And
Fresh
don't
out of
DM me.
coochie. Sorry.
Don't DM me.
Kitchen's closed. Um No, and Rihanna is right. It's rapey. It's rapey as hell. Don't.
No, G, that's rapey. But what's rapey? Me telling me just send a picture.
Yeah, sending pictures of your little package. And let me tell
Hey,
you something.
all
Y'all
I'm
be
saying is
sending it
get
and
your point
it don't
across
even look
quick.
like nothing.
I just say get your point across.
It
That's
don't
all.
even look like nothing. You ain't got
Don't.
nothing special on it. You ain't putting it's ashy. I think I seen a little piece of lint.
It's
First of
show.
all, you
It's
ain't drinking enough water.
Yeah.
When last time you took a good shower?
I just don't like anybody wasting my time. So
I don't like nobody
after
wasting
you
my
give me
time
the
either.
compliment of me being beautiful and stuff like that, okay, that's nice. I let that. It's a green light. Okay, you know what you see.
You just don't like small talk, G.
What's
You
next?
you just don't like small talk, which me neither. I don't. But to a certain extent, I can take it. It
Once you
depends on what it
decide,
is.
let me type in Marquisa Robinson's page and let me DM her how beautiful she is. I hope that you have a plan after that. Because if I say thank you, sir, and then that's it, that means you don't have a chance to even hold a conversation with me another time. Because
And I'm over it.
and I'm over it.
I'm over it. Yeah, I definitely get over that quick. I'm sorry, y'all. We definitely went on a little rant about about the men. We love the men, though. We love y'all.
I
We
swear,
really
in this
do.
quarantine, so many people has become single. Like crazy. What's that?
That's the problem now. My husband think that it's cool to send flicks to a woman they've never even met. Rapey vibes. For sure. For sure. Definitely perv vibes. Definitely perv vibes. For sure. Oh, shout out to my mama, Miss Paulette Stinson. In case you missed
Thanks for the
it.
edible.
In case you all missed it, we definitely are appreciative of our sponsors, one of which is Passionate Pleasure Treats. However she
Very
said
good.
all that. It's delicious.
It is.
It's delicious. Don't miss it. Make sure that you guys are putting your orders in for your 420 boxes. They $20 and they got a sample of everything and it's fire.
420.
It's a 420 box. And so the lady that makes them she's making little gummy worms and cake pops and a little piece of brownie and a little cake box. You get a lot of stuff in your little box. You better go ahead and get it before time run out and there ain't no more left.
420 box.
I think I'm gonna take off for 420, but we're gonna talk about that later. I'm gonna tell you why. But so
back to the subject.
But back to the subject at hand. Because all of this honestly has a lot to do with growth. Because there was a time where I cut somebody out. I cuss you out. I cuss you out fast. Look. My family treat me like I'm the Incredible Hulk. You won't like me when I'm angry. And I'm not even like that.
Yeah.
You so petty. Ain't nobody asked you nothing.
Oh, sorry.
Your mom like that. I about to yes. That I mean, and this wasn't that long ago. I remember I had just had my baby, and I put her in the car, and there was a lady that was parked super close to my car. Whatever. I put my baby in the car. I get in the car to go about my business. The lady is like, she bags out and kind of makes it hard for me to get out. I, of course, immediately got pissed off. Immediately, because I had a hair trigger temper at one point. The lady said something, and I didn't hear her. I rolled down the window. I said, "What you say?" And she said something about, and that ugly ass baby. I got out of the car and I chased that bitch down the street. I did. I tried to take her head off. And while I was running, I was looking for a brick because I wanted to throw it at her, to hit her in the back so that she would fall, so that I could catch her. She had been lucky that at the time I was 342 pounds and that I could not move. Oh, yes. That was me at my largest, was 342 pounds.
42.
So that's why I don't take nothing into consideration when nobody tell me anything about weight loss. Because even now, carrying my child up them stairs, I don't know how I was carrying all that weight.
Yeah.
I have no idea how I was carrying all that weight.
I noticed during quarantine that a lot of people gained weight.
I know that's what everybody was saying.
So you're very lucky to have reversed that whole.
Crazy thing is, I still honestly could not tell you how it started, like in the beginning, because it started really, really, really early into the quarantine. Like I had started kind of trying to eat a little better, but I really wasn't. You know what I'm saying? I was just doing it to post stuff. I had got a new waist trainer. A lot of people thought I had lost weight then. I'm like, got a new waist trainer. Joke's on you. Thanks. Sure. I'm glad you think I look good. Appreciate you.
I just bought a waist trainer.
And I love my waist trainer. I ain't gonna even lie to you. It's time for me to order a new one. But that all of this is a part of my growth. I have really worked on just trying to be better. So a lot of times you might catch me thinking, to keep myself from saying what I would have said a year ago. You know what I'm saying? Or at least 13 months ago, for sure.
Yeah.
People don't understand that as you go in life, as you get another birthday, as you live to see another year, you are supposed to elevate. You're supposed to grow. You're supposed to do things a little bit different than you did the last time. You're supposed to learn from your mistakes. Hell, I ain't gonna lie to you. I've always been one to learn from my friends' mistakes. If they talk to me about a relationship, perfect example. They'll tell me that they did this or that, and one day I'm happy about it and I'm excited, right? And then they'll tell me, Another time, then he did this. And I'm kind of like, oh shit, it's about to happen. Then they'll tell me another thing. And now we at rock bottom, and now everybody's mad and everybody wants to burn his house down. See, the thing about that is he only got to do that first thing. The part when she was still happy. Cause that's my sign. You ain't shit. What kind of waist trainer, Crystal, I would tell you on air, but I do not promote them because they have the worst customer service possible. So what I will do is I'll text you and I'll let you know the waist trainer that I use. It's still a black-owned company, so I still shop with them, but they have horrible, and when I tell you horrible, I mean horrible customer service. She called me before the growth, had to cuss her out. Got a free race trainer.
I go to a place. Where is it? In Orland? Is it Orland?
I don't know. I ain't go.
Okay, Mess City. It's called Cutie Loops.
Okay.
Real good waist trainers. The lady helps you try it on in the inside and go shopping for it. And she puts her whole leg in your back and puts you in a waist trainer that's one size down from the one you need. And it actually works better that way because I have a waist trainer and I realized today that it's already too big, and I bought it like 3 weeks ago.
You
And it's
did.
already like 3 weeks ago, right? Because I had my natural hair 3 weeks ago, and it's called Cutie Loops, and they have a place that you can go in, and she helps you try it on and stuff like that. And what I'm noticing with waist training, because now I finally have a comfortable undergarment, is that it does help you lose weight. I thought you had to exercise and do other things to eat well, and I just been waist training, and I've been losing inches, and it's very exciting. So when Tiara can probably tell you the brand that she likes that's black owned, and the lady that I went to, it's called Cutie Loop. She's black owned too. So if you can pop up and try to see which one.
Yeah. See, I only go to my girl because I'm allergic to latex.
Oh, you
and
are
most waist trainers are latex. Mm-hmm. The girl that I go to, it's not like whatever the material she uses, it's not latex on the inside, and it doesn't burn my hands. So I don't know if she treated the latex or what she did to it, but it works for my sensitive skin. Because I would definitely go to somewhere else if I could find it. I really would, because I really don't like the girl that owns the place. I'm just gonna tell you the truth.
My body has a really nasty latex. Mouth. I'm gonna have to take you.
It's not.
Okay. Now, only thing latex is just the midriff one, the mid one, but my body one got the shorts and stuff with the lift. No, it ain't latex.
Girl, you know, always.
Yes.
I love you. See, that's my. You know what? Let me tell you something about my favorite auntie that I was just telling you. She had 5 of my favorite people in the whole wide world.
No, Pumpkin?
Auntie Yo-Yo.
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 She,
she's the mom of Daddy Cord. She's the mom of my sister cousin Lucille, the mom of my sister cousin Crystal, you know, and then her other 2 boys and everything. I love them too. But these the ones that follow me and love on me and sharing stuff like that for me. We, you know how that goes.
It's always somebody good to help you grow.
Absolutely. And I love all my cousins. Every time I talk about my favorite cousins and stuff like that, I be getting a little backlash. I love all my family and all my cousins. And 90% of my cousins are my favorite cousins.
Ooh, 90%.
Yeah. You know that. You're not surprised at all. But yeah, so I am learning for sure that everybody cannot come with you. So you definitely have to make a decision on who's important, who you really, 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 really want in your life. You know what I'm saying? And who you feel like you can't live without. Because in some cases, there are times where you have to just choose to accept a person the way that they are. And then just deal with them when you can mentally. And then there are times where it's like, you're too much. And I'm done. I love you. I wish nothing but the best for you. When you get to the same vibration that I'm on, I got you.
Yeah, we got a lot of people like that.
But until you make it there, I ain't got nothing for you. And that's okay.
You gotta be okay with to grow without people.
You have to be okay to grow without people. So with that being said, it's actually we did an hour and a half show per usual. We're going to one more time special shout out to our sponsors, Passionate Treats, Timeless Beauty Hair, and TLC by Tia Chanel. I am going to go ahead and pub TLC by Tia Chanel. I do have a sale going. 2 lashes, 2 for 15, and you do get a free eyelash pin. If you buy 4 pairs of lashes, you get free shipping.
I gotta show you guys my eyelash pin. Isn't it pretty? I have my
Yes.
purse. I have my purse next to me, y'all.
She can easily find it. Anything goes wrong with her lashes, she can easily put them back on. It's simple. I am willing to teach the people that are you so perfect for that. You did your thing. No, but I'm willing to teach people that do not know how to use their own lashes. This happens. Oh, hey, Laisha, girl. Thanks for tuning in. Girl, you're going to have to catch the replay. We are almost done.
Hey,
And Crystal, sometimes you do have to love people from afar based on your attitude, because you definitely don't want to lower your own vibrations for fooling with people that are on a low vibration lifestyle.
Because I always get in trouble because I kind of like to meet people where they at.
No, I'm not meeting nobody nowhere.
I know better now, but I sometimes go down and visit. So
No, I don't. I'm not meeting nobody nowhere no more. Period. I was doing that for a long time, and what I realized is that it just weigh heavy on me. I'm the one that's mad still. I'm the one that's still thinking about it, and it don't even matter. And I'm tired of doing that. I don't want to take up no more room in my brain for shit that don't matter.
You guys need to figure out if you want to grow, who's going to grow with you, who you got to stop because they're going to stunt your growth. You guys got to be okay with cutting off people that you love for your well-being. It's called survival of the fittest. Self-preservation. You sometimes have to cut off somebody you thought you could not live without because you realize that you're not growing as quick as you want to grow, because if you know you move too fast, now you're worried about the person behind you's feelings. Cut those extra dead ends off. Keep growing, keep flourishing. Get you a team of people that you can see yourself trusting.
Absolutely.
Not just partying with.
Because you need friends for other shit. I don't want to be friends with a whole bunch of broke people. I don't want to be the next broke person. I try my best to surround myself with people that are either doing better than me or trying to do better.
Trying to do better, yep.
Period.
Yeah.
I want to be better, and if you don't want to be better, then that's for you. With that being said, I am Tia Chanel. That is my bestie Marquisa. If you have any topics that you would like us to hit on, any scenarios, any situations you've been in, and you'd like some advice, or you'd like to kind of talk about it or air it out, whatever, make sure that you comment, send a DM, whatever it is you want to do. We will keep it anonymous. You can totally even tell me that it's from somebody else. It don't matter. I'm not going to say your name. I don't care. It's not that serious. We just want to help the people. Literally, this is what I know that I have been called to do. I have been called to use my voice to try my best to help people. And even if I've never experienced it, that does not mean that I cannot try to push you through it. That's something that I am learning about myself now. Y'all be safe. Try to protect your mind. Program your own mind, because if you don't, it'll be programmed for you. Stop watching the trial. Stop watching that man die every day. Take a break. You are not required to endure trauma day after day after day just to find out the verdict of something that you already know he should go to jail for. It's all right. It's all right. Take your time. If you need to cry, if you need your moment, and you don't even know him, that's okay. That's all right. Because he looked like you. He looked like your uncle. He looked like your daddy. He looked like somebody in your family. It hurt. And that's okay. I love y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you're sharing and commenting and everything. You. My cousin ignored her husband's call 3 times for us.
Thank
I love
you.
you too. All right, y'all be safe. Enjoy the rest of y'all week. I will be back Thursday on the Blueprint Live at 7 p.m. You can catch Tea with the Tea. I'm on now.
Y'all see me next Tuesday right here on No Chaser.
Period. Wear your masks. Don't let the government tell you what to do. Wear your damn mask.
See you.
Period. Bye.